Hello students, this is Miss Mishu here to talk to you about how to create a screencast and a little bit about your career research project. So the first thing I would like to do is tell you what a screencast is. It is a digital recording of computer screen output, also known as a video screen capture, often containing audio narration, like what you hear now. Some software available for this is Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm using, Jing, but that is somewhat limited to just 5 minutes, and QuickTime, which is already installed on your Mac. So your first step in creating a screencast is to select the software you want to use. I would recommend Screencast-O-Matic as your first attempt because it is pretty user-friendly. You should go to Screencast-O-Matic online and create your own account. It is free. So you can sign up using your Google account. And then for the very first time, you need to install it. So you would click install, download, install. It would store that into your downloads, and then you would double click on that to make sure it's installed. The next step would be, it would ask you to place Screencast-O-Matic in your applications folder, which you should do. The way to find this is to go to Finder, and then Applications, and you should see your Screencast-O-Matic. Then you're ready to start the recorder. You want to use the free version, and then you click Start Recorder. And then you're going to size out the screen of your presentation. So I'm going into my presentation now, and it is in full screen mode, but then you should make it a little bit smaller. Drag out the screen size. And you should be good to go. When you are ready to record your screencast, click on the record button in the lower left-hand corner. You can pause this at any time, rewind it, play it back, trash it, or start all over again. When you're done with your screencast, you want to hit done, and then you can either upload it to YouTube or download it as an MP4. Okay, so let's talk about the actual career project. The performance indicator for this particular assignment is students will examine sources of information that influence their career and education decision making. So I think before you make a choice about what career you would like to pursue, you should know as much as you can about it. So the required sources for this assignment are onetonline.org, BLS.gov, the Occupational Outlook Handbook, and Naviance. In order to exceed expectations, you need 3 other sources. One of the requirements of this project is to compare the common interest areas for your career to your own Naviance results. So I went on to onetonline.org. I'll show you how to do that now. So this is what this website looks like. It is a very reliable site with all kinds of information. In the upper right hand corner, you should type in your particular career. So I'll type in computer programmer as an example. And you'll notice in ONET that there are some careers that have a bright outlook, which means the demand for those careers will increase in the future. Some are green, which means they're environmentally friendly. So I'm going to choose computer programmers. And then we have some internal links here. So these are links to sections on the same page. I'm going to go down to interests. And you'll notice the interest codes for a computer programmer: investigative and conventional. So you should take a screenshot of this. Remember, if you're on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-4. And yes, you can do this. You could take a screenshot if you are using a PC. There's a built-in program to do that. Where for Windows that performs screenshots, taking screenshots is called Snipping Tools. So it's used much in the same way. There's one more step where you actually have to save the image, but if you need any help with this, let me know. So we're going to take a screenshot of the interests, and we're going to insert that into your presentation. So you go to Insert Image, and then also take a screenshot of your career interests and compare the results. So all I'm going to do now is just kind of go through my slides so you can see what I've done. I'm not going to continue to talk all the way through, although you are expected to do so. You'll notice on the presentation each bulleted item comes up separately. That's called progressive disclosure, and I'll walk you through that at the end of this presentation. I want large fonts, 20 points or larger, lots of pictures. From many different sources. And Works Cited should be in MLA format, version 8. Notice that it's alphabetized by the first item. And we use what's called a hanging indent, where the second and subsequent lines are indented. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show you how to do progressive disclosure. So I'm back into Google Slides again, and you have bulleted items that you want each one to come up separately as you present, which is called progressive disclosure. So the first step is to highlight the bulleted items, go to View, Animations, and you'll notice this screen over here on the right, and you want to choose one of the types for it to come in, select an object to animate, and then you want to check by paragraph. This should be checked. So this is the presentation on how to create a screencast in a presentation. If you need any help, don't hesitate to ask. Remember to get this in on or before the due date. Thank you and have a fabulous day.